Hello, YouTube. My name is Cindy, and I am Amazing Taste Store over on Instagram. One of the questions that I get a lot is how do you scale a one-off business online? So one-off being you only have one of the item that you're selling. When that item sells, you have to replace it with another item. I have been selling for a very long time, and I have scaled my business 3 times over the years. So each time that I scaled my business, I did it within 3 months over the summer, which is typically the slowest time of the year and probably the hardest time of the year to scale a business. But I'm repeatedly told that you can't scale this type of business. It's not scalable, you can't do it, it's whatever, you just can't. Completely untrue. Is it hard? Yes, it is most definitely hard, but it is 100% doable. In order to scale your business, though, you're going to have a plan. You can't just put up 1,000 more items and expect your sales to grow. You're going to have to go into it with a plan. So before we get into the how to scale your business, we have to start with where are you at right now. So you're going to need to get a pen and a paper and gather some numbers. If you don't know where you're at right now, then we can't figure out what it's going to take to scale you where you want to be. I do have coaching groups that I talk about this in. We go much more in depth into each of these topics, but I'm going to give you a basic overview here. So let's start with where are you at today? So you're going to need some numbers. The first number you're going to need is how many brand new items did you list last month? So not sell similar, not I took it down, I took new pictures and then I reposted it. Those don't count. How many brand new items did you bring to the internet last month? There is no easy way to find this number. There's no magic click that you can do on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, any of those sites. You're going to have to figure it out. You may not have those numbers, so you're going to have to make your best educated guess. But be honest with yourself. If you only list 2 items a day, then that's what you do. That's okay. That's your starting value. So gather that information. How many items did you list last month? And then go to the platform that you want to scale. If you want to scale multiple platforms, you're going to want to do this for each individual platform. So go to that platform and figure out how many items did you sell last month. This is going to give us our conversion rate, our current conversion rate. So it does not matter how many items are currently in your store or your closet or in your inventory. Those numbers do not matter towards scaling your business. That is a constant, and we are looking for variables that we can change in order to scale. So it doesn't matter how many you have. I just want to know how many items you listed versus how many items you sold. So let's say you listed 50 items and you listed 100 items and you sold 50, then your conversion rate is 50%. So that's the first number that you need. The second number you need is your average sold price. So take that number of sold items and divide it out by the total of those sales. So your sales divided by your total items sold will give you your average sold price. Now you're going to need to look at your profit margin. So maybe you don't have exact, again, your best educated guess will do here. This is not then going to be an exact process in the end, but we're going to get you close. So looking at those numbers, we can tell where we're at today. Then you need to look at, okay, this is how much money I want to be making. So I know that if I list 100 items and I sell 50, I've got a 50% conversion rate. If I sell those 50 items at an average sold price of $10, then I made $500. If my profit margin is 50%, then my actual net take-home pay is $250. I want to make $1,000, then I know that my gross sales based off of those numbers would need to be $2,000. So that's important to know so that we can have those starting numbers. You need to know how much money is it that you really need to gross within a year to meet the net income goals that you have set for yourself. Having these numbers then will allow us to look at how to scale your business. So once you have that number, that year-end gross sales figure, we can go to the spreadsheet. So I'm going to drop a link to this spreadsheet in the description to this video. It is a Google Doc. You can open it in Google Docs. And it is all completely functioning. The only place that you're going to put numbers are into boxes where it is highlighted yellow. So we're going to put our target gross sales in this box here. Based off of our numbers, we said, okay, I want to make $75,000 a year on just eBay. Now, if you have goals for Etsy, Poshmark, Amazon, if you're not on Amazon, but let's say you want to add in Tradesy or Depop or whatever, then just pretend that this one says that. So you're going to see this is going to automatically calculate out how much then your sales goals per quarter are. You're going to notice that Q3 is less. Maybe your Q3 does not see a decline. That's okay. Most businesses have one quarter where there's a slight decline and one quarter where there's a slight increase. So that's going to be noted here. So that's going to give us this total gross sales of $75,000. Now we're going to go over here to the second page. This is your current conversion rate. So this is why we had to know how many newly listed items did you list last month. So I'm going to enter my 100 items here, and I'm going to say that I sold 50 of them. This is going then to automatically calculate our current conversion rate. Then we're going to go over here to our average sales price. So this is where we're going to enter in those numbers that we gathered. And we're going to say our total month value of sales was $5,000 and our number of sales was 500. Again, it's going to automatically calculate your average sold price. You can do this for all of the sites that you are wanting to scale. Once you have put in those numbers on this fourth sheet right here, it's going to calculate out for me in order to increase, given my current conversion rate, my current average sold price. This is how many listings per day I would be needing to do in each quarter. So quarter one, I need to do 42 listings a day, quarter two, 42, and so on and so on. So this is going to give you the basics of if you changed nothing, you made zero changes within your business and how you source, your conversion rate, all of those things. This is what I would need to do to make the total sales goals that I set for myself. This can look a little daunting. So sometimes we put in these numbers and immediately you go, there's no way that I can list 42 items a day. That's okay. This just gets us to the starting point. What would I need to do to scale my business if I made zero changes within it? I'm going to separate these videos out into 4 parts. So this is just part one. Part one is how many listings would I need to do to scale my business with 0 changes. The next video that I will do will be about your conversion rate. So anytime we want to scale our business, we need to push the lever on one of these things. So you can simply do 42 listings a day. Or what happens if I had listed 5,000 items, but my total number of sales was 4,000. Then if I go back over here, and I typed in the numbers correctly, you would see that the amount of listings that I'm going to need to do is going to go down. Again, with your conversion rate, I'm sorry, if I put it in not an average sold price, it would have worked. This is my average sold price. My average sold price had been 100. Clearly, you don't want to go down in average sold price. Then I would only have to list 8 items a day. If I had my average sold price at $100 an item and I had sold 90 of those, then I drop again. So you can do all of these numbers and kind of play with them to see what that would take. But in the next video, we're going to talk about this current conversion rate and what you can do to push this particular lever up. Then video 2 will be average sales price, what you can do to push this number up. And then lastly, that newly listed item number, what can you do to push that lever? Because you have to push a lever. You can push all 3, you can push 2 out of the 3, or you can push 1. But somehow you're going to have to make a change to your business if you want to scale. That is pretty obvious. So take some time, do the worksheet, figure out what would it take to scale your business given 0 changes. You change nothing. And is that plausible? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But then come back and like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification here so that you'll know when the next video goes up. And we'll talk about those individual levers and how you can push them so that maybe you don't have to list 42 items in a day or 1,000 items in a day, whatever the spreadsheet says for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. There will be more videos to come. So let me know if you have any problems downloading the spreadsheet. You can DM me over on Instagram. I am Amazing Taste Store over there. If you have a Mac, I'm sorry, I don't have a Mac. So I don't know how to convert the Excel spreadsheet over into whatever it is for a Mac. But the calculations are all there, so you can do them yourself. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you scale your business in Q4.